I forgot to mention up front, I appreciate all your time. I know you're volunteers. Thank you.
Any further discussion by the CSC or is there a motion?
So I was
Oh, sorry.
on that, dude. Or you can go.
Oh, I was just saying you were.
All right. So, it's no surprise to me that the police are using whatever excuse they can to get out of the review process, and obviously don't want to be held accountable. Even in the Department of Justice's recent finding, it said that the police in Portland have an us versus them training policy, so why would anyone expect this rogue militarized police force that is accountable to no one except the rich, wealthy, elite classes of America that will do anything to anyone and get away with it, whether it's on video or whatever. The police union comes in here, they lie for their officers, they protect nothing but rogue criminal thugs that beat up people all the time, and then they use an excuse of water that was thrown into his face, which he's not a cop, being an excuse to not be accountable to anything anymore. Are they gonna try and jump out of the COAB and TOCO process too? What's next, you know? Are they just gonna declare themselves as a rogue army and start lining up citizens and just shooting them in the head if they attend these meetings or have anything critical to say, you know? And also, you know, I think it's really actually kind of pathetic, these ground rules, that you think that people should be respectful to the cops and not have any personal attacks, when the police consistently launch personal attacks against the community, including protesters, me, all kinds of people. So we're just supposed to be bullied around and not have any emotions or any response, and just pander to these abusive thugs and basically just deal with it. And then they just say, oh, a little water got thrown into someone's face and we're scared to come to meetings now, you know? I mean, what a crock of total you know what. I mean, this is ridiculous. You guys need to compel these guys to show up, and you also need to compel officers to show up, and not their union thug representative that just says whatever to, you know, keep this officer operating. And I have a lot to say, but I'll cut it short for now.
Through my research, I determined that I found some things that would identify directives about the case file summary review itself specifically. And that the language is supposed to be more general, non-accusatorial, net neutral in general. And I'd say that the case file summary review is very accusatorial, and the language doesn't comply with the directive to be more general and you know, give it a grain of salt. These people can show up. I'm not insisting that we change, but it would be nice if the case file summary review was less an emphasis on gender and more neutral in its language.
Okay, on the question of whether to compel the attendance of the officers, is there further discussion?
Yes, a quick question. So to compel them to appear at our next appeal, is that a general standing order, or is that something we have to do every time?
Constantine?
I believe it would be specific to the particular appeal hearing that you would want the
So we would have to
As
put it-
discussed, each appeal would conclude with another vote on compelling the attendance of the officers at the ball.
And I guess until we develop a relationship, right. Okay.
At some point, maybe it would be, maybe it'd be best to invite Rod Underhill. That's just my first impression of this matter.
I'm not sure who brought it.
County Sheriff, I'm sorry, Multnomah County District Attorney.
Okay, got it.
Another criminal.
Oh,
I want to make a motion.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Was
I
there
think we did conclude public comment. I don't want to go back and forth,
Okay,
but,
fine.
I make a motion that we compel the officers to be at the next, May 4th meeting. IA, commanding officer.
You can
And
compel me as well.
IPR, director.
Sorry, did you want to say something first?
I do,
Sorry.
I do. Given the nature of the motion, there's two ways to proceed. One, of course, is a motion like this. The other might be wise to consider that we carefully draft the motion with proper preambles for overall effect. Following, with whereas provisions and reciting facts. You all may not be, and I've done that a lot for communities that I've represented. In that regard, am I correct that you folks received 1 hour notice, and I understand that you did not appear?
no.
She left me, the acting chief Henderson left me a voicemail message yesterday.
We received some word that, command staff would not be in attendance earlier today, maybe around noon or 1. I got notice from IPR that command staff would not be in attendance, and they wanted to know whether we wanted to cancel the meeting outright. And at that point, not knowing that IA was also going to be in attendance, discussed with the auditor and Mr. Spear and Ramus, and we decided that as we so often go forward without testimony of the officer and on occasion without testimony of the appellant, we could go forward with that testimony of command staff. But it was only later in the afternoon and then again by email this afternoon that we officially received word that nobody would be.
So that at least initially was, is it fair to say less than 24 hours notice?
Yeah.
Just
Yes.
as a background, given the overall impact of this, both in the review perspective, and because it does create, obviously, an adverse, or could create a bit of an adverse relationship, it might be wise to take a 5-minute break. We can't confer, okay, or we can't, we should. But a few of us could try and draft a comprehensive motion with background facts, following, preamble, technically what it's called, and one with the substantive motion exactly like was said here a moment ago. And really suggesting, if you're given the importance of this, it might be wise to have a carefully phrased motion. That's all. In which case,
I think that's.
it would be wise to take a 5-minute break and let folks work on their own on something. Okay?
5-minute break.